Video is by far the most consumed marketing medium that is out there in the world today. You need a video strategy for your business if you want to cut through the digital noise and connect with your people. So today, we're going to talk about how to create social media videos that drive results for your brand. So that is coming up. Welcome to the Bite Size Marketing Hack Podcast, where you get the confidence to hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time. Hey guys, my name is Mark, and Rashawn is out today, so it's just me as we dive into a two-part podcast series, first time we've done this, on the topic of creating social media videos for your brand. And this is Bite-Size Marketing Hacks, and we love to bring to you value-adding content in little pieces that you can begin to integrate and process and use for your brand in a really practical way to cut through the digital noise so you can connect with the right people for your business and grow and succeed in marketing in 2020 and beyond. So today we're going to talk about this topic of creating videos for your brand, and the reality is that video is by far the most consumed media marketing channel that is out there. So I want to start by asking you this question today. When was the last time you watched a video on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter? And this article highlights this. My guess would be that it's probably within the last day. And even if you're the kind of person like me who will tend to even turn on YouTube and begin to just listen to the audio of a YouTube video because I want to have hands free, I'm nonetheless engaging with video content nearly daily, like most people. And so if that really is the case, and I would contend with you that it is, that when it comes to consumable content and those who consume it most thoroughly, in fact, it's actually videos at the top of the heap, more than news articles, more than social media posts, more than email content, more than even blogs that might have topped things in the past. Right now, videos tend to be one of the mediums that people consume most thoroughly when they're wanting to get new information for things that they want to learn or things that they want to be entertained by. Video tops the heap. So how then do you begin to create videos that not only grab people's attention but actually drive traffic to your brand? So we're going to unpack this in a couple of podcast episodes and really take some time on this topic over the next couple podcast episodes. So to start with, what do you need to think about before you get started? And it's most helpful to understand, first of all, that video functions as story, that people are going to connect with video really well on social media, especially when you're telling a story. People might go to YouTube to look up information that they're wanting to learn about, a how-to, and they're going to do a lot of research through a YouTube platform, but especially on a social media platform like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, the thing that's going to catch for people is storytelling. So you really need video that has some sort of storyline or purpose, otherwise that video is going to fall flat. So before you even start working on it, think about this. What is the goal of the video? What is the story of the video? And how will your audience relate to that video? You need to think with your audience in mind as you're creating this content. What's going to be engaging for them? What are they going to actually get out of this video? Is it going to keep them engaged throughout? When do you need to switch it up during the process of that video, or even as you're recording a video podcast, to keep people engaged? And so then I think this question is one of the more helpful ones to ask as you're beginning to think about creating video content for your brand, whether that's video podcasting or whether you're creating specialized marketing pieces or testimonials, whatever that might be. Is this video honestly something that I would watch? I've got to be honest right here with you guys that there's so many times that I've sat down in front of this microphone as we're getting ready to do a podcast episode, and I feel this like temptation to just hit the easy button, fill the slot with something that's easy to find, and just put out some content. And that is the worst thing that I could do. And I've even felt that temptation sometimes, almost done it, and then pulled back and say, you know what? We've got to create content that I actually would engage with and want to see, and others would too. The reality is that when we just fill the slot over time, people pick up on that, obviously, and they begin to unsubscribe from your content. They begin to just overlook it and scroll past it. They want to know that they can count on you to create content that's engaging for them. So just use that simple test. Would you want to see this content? Would you want to engage with this content? If not, you've got to do the hard work to dig in and find something that will actually connect with people. So as you get started, how do you get started with video? I want to encourage you that you don't need a whole video crew to begin to create video content that's engaging for people. We do this video on Facebook, and then we repurpose it for podcasting. That was our original goal. And we just use an iPhone. I have an iPhone that I pull out, that I set up, that I connect to a platform called OBS and Open Broadcaster Studio, and then begin to utilize this functionality within that to be able to show you articles and talk about different things. But just using my phone and then what's called a ring light, you can look that up on Amazon. But even if you don't have all of that, even if you don't have the OBS Studio and all you've got is your phone, get started now. And here's how you can do that. If you have a room in your house where there is light that shines in towards you, which you do, if you live in a house, you've got a room that has a window that has light shining in, put your phone with the camera facing towards you, away from the window, onto you. You've got a built-in light source right there. So even before you're able to get a ring light or able to set up some software like what we use, you can start recording that video right now by just holding the camera on your phone. And cameras like iPhones and other cameras or other phones, you can tell I use an iPhone, all work really well with natural light. So if you just begin to set it in that setting where the window is your lighting source, you're going to get a good product, and you're going to get a good start for your videos. Begin to integrate other sort of setup over time, but that actually gets you started just like that. So you want to think about image and sound, and we did invest in this Audio Technica microphone, which you can see there at the bottom of your screen if you're watching on Facebook and you're listening to this on a podcast. We did invest in a good microphone, and if you're going to invest in some equipment for creating video, that's where you want to start. You want to start with a good microphone, and the reason why I would, even if you're creating video, is actually people will connect with iPhone footage no matter where it is on social media because it feels authentic and real. But when your audio is not as up to par, you can't repurpose that same content for another platform like a podcasting or cutting that down to little bite-sized chunks that you can then repurpose in other blog posts or social media posts. So getting a really good USB microphone, and we chose Audio Technica, that can actually plug into your computer. You don't need a bunch of external processing stuff, and you can record it live along with your video. That's a really big key, and where I would start if I were you in building out your video equipment for your brand. So video creation tools, I do want to just touch on this, and then we'll continue this topic in the next episode. But using specialist tools to create your video is the next step up from using your smartphone to shoot. So get out your smartphone, get started. And it might seem a little daunting at first, the idea of using some sort of video creation platform or tool, but there's actually some out there that are super simple to use and really easy if you've never used them before. So here's a couple of beginner video tools. If the thought of navigating your way around a high-end editor makes you break out in a cold sweat, start with using a basic tool like Animoto or Promo. It can be a really simple, easy way to get started into this space. So I'm going to show you one of these, pull it up. So Promo they advertise themselves as a leading video maker, and it's so simple. When you begin to jump into this platform, it's drag and drop, so you can put text over your content in a really simple way. And you begin to create content that converts and is easily in different formats, can look good on different kinds of social media. So using Promo is a really simple way to get started in this process of video editing. So get something like Promo, something like Animoto, and the video creation services like this can take your uploaded photos, even on your phone, video clips on your phone, and then music that they have in a third-party library, and begin to turn your content into a video slideshow. This is a really simple way to begin to create engaging content for your brand. So, and it also feels more authentic and real, which is going to connect with people. The problem with this, or the con to doing this kind of platform, is that it's geared towards beginners, and it can feel a little limited once you start trying to make more complex things. But it does get you started on the platform, which is a really good thing. So then if you're looking for something that's a little bit more advanced, there are platforms like Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere that have cost to them. Final Cut Pro, I think, is a one-time cost. Premiere costs over time for a subscription to that. And there's literally no limit of what you can do with a platform like Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro. The problem is it cannot be really easy to do editing as a beginner. So if you're just getting started, it's actually most important that you start. So I would encourage you to just start and use what you have, and use one of those platforms like Promo, and then go from there as you begin to find your way around it. So I hope this has been helpful today, and I just want to end this today by saying the most important thing that you can do in the place of building out video for your brand is grabbing your iPhone and starting to shoot. You know, as I have created content, and I have a video YouTube channel where I've created content for Christians. I'm a Christian, and so I share a lot about how believers can begin to follow Jesus on this channel. And I created a ton of content. I mean, hours and hours and hours of footage that never saw the light of day, and I just started. Because I would encourage you to just start. Grab your phone, and again, find that light source in your house, like a window in your house, and begin to just record that content. And even if you don't put it out there to see the light of the day, it is a good thing to just get started. It will actually begin that ball rolling of you learning how to do video. So I hope that's helpful for you. And we're going to continue in our next podcast episode to kind of talk about other ways that you can begin to grow your video presence online and drive traffic to your website as you begin to grow as a business. So taking that video to the next level in our next podcast episode. So hope that's helpful. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and visit us at bitesizemarketinghacks.com for more resources and episodes that will help you hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.